Welcome to the Just Talk Show, people. Yeah, it's another Sunday night.
Everything could have been done in the first round, easily. But according to the contract or script, he can't do that. We all know who the promoter is. The promoter's in the ring. This is why you see all the ticks Mike was doing with biting the gloves, and his mouthpiece was obviously too tight. He had to hold himself back. He had to remember how and who was paying him. Check this out, right here. Easy. Bop. He would have been done with. Enough said. That's all.
Yeah. So there you have it. A little video showing what may have been a dive taken by Mike and Jake Paul. But I kind of I kind of just say that I kind of like the fight, man. In retrospect, that's just looking at my guy Mike. Just it was a nostalgic feeling for me. I don't know about everybody else, but it's pretty good to see him. In other words, just out there trying, 58-year-old man though trying to box. So we could expect a little bit more, but also it looked like he had a leg injury too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't really think it was a dive. What you guys think, man? But as a matter of fact, welcome to the show, SG and CJ. How y'all doing
What up
tonight?
with it? What up with it? But
Yeah,
yeah, man,
yes,
I'm gonna put it like this, man. I believe Mike probably was paid to take the dive, man. Like the lady stated in the video, Jake Paul is the promoter. He's paying, and it might have been in the script for him to go ahead and let Mike win in a certain amount of round, let Paul win in a certain amount of rounds. I think he was pulling his punches a little bit. I didn't see the entire fight, but the clips I seen on the internet, it seemed like he just, he was. I don't know if you ever been in a real fight before. I don't know how many people have been to many fist fights, but you know, sometimes if you holding your punches, you're not even really trying to hurt nobody. You're not really trying to hurt them. I done been in
yeah,
fights where I done held back on people and stuff too, and I try to go all in on 'em,
yeah,
but and I can kind of tell the way what he was doing. He had his guards up, and he just waiting on his opportunity. You know what I mean? He wasn't just going all the way in. We all know Mike. All he needs is one good haymaker to lay somebody out. He still got that power. I don't care if he is
right.
58, but if he ain't got the legs, I don't know if he can bring that power from the hip.
Yeah, but that's exactly what the problem was. And Roy Jones Jr. was speaking about that during the fight. He was saying it looks like Mike don't have the legs. And I think that's what it was, man. He really had a leg injury. It looked like it, and he couldn't move. Now, like what you saying, the old Mike, I would have seen the old Mike try to advance and move fast, get up on him, defense plus offense, more offense than defense. You know what I'm saying? But he really couldn't get up on him, and Jake Paul was just kind of dancing around, kind of like Muhammad Ali, so to speak. Not not like that, but he was dancing around like a young nigga, like a young dude, dancing around an old dude. 58-year-old dude. That's what I saw. But
Yeah, I agree. I didn't like I said, I ain't watched the whole show, but what do you think though? Did you see him pulling in the punches?
yeah, I think he kind of held back a little bit because I think he could have at one time. Mike was stumbling, and nobody wanted to see Mike go down. Man, we always there to see Mike. Nobody wanted to see him go down. Maybe not even Jake Paul because Mike was stumbling one time, and I think Jake could have went in, but Jake was still kind of, as Jake said at the end of the fight. Yeah, I can go in, but if I go in, Mike is a hard hitter. Mike might hit me. I'm scared. He was scared. Like he said, I was scared to go in there and get hit. You know what I'm saying? So just like the fight before where the ladies were fighting, that fight right there was like a brawl, especially towards the last couple rounds. They was brawling like that. Other than when that one lady, the shorter lady, was head butting and leaning her head in, and she won on a decision. But I think the other lady should have won because the other lady was just she was laying them haymakers, while the other lady was just laying in with her head. Looked like she was trying to rest, but they actually started fighting each other. But then you got to Mike and Jake Paul. It looked like, man, really did, man. It looked like a 58-year-old dude fighting a 28-year-old dude. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time and at the same, in the same breath, it looked like Jake Paul had some respect for Mike. You know what I'm saying? And he probably didn't want to knock him down, bro. So
Of course, you
you can
got
call it
respect for Mike. That's his
exhibition,
hero.
whatever you want to call it. I say it still was good for everybody to see Mike get out there and try. You know what I'm saying? 58, shit, that was good for what you can expect.
I mean, Jake Paul, he out there doing his thing. He's a big ticket name with the internet. He's a YouTuber, and so he demands. He got a lot of eyes on him. So he did the fight with Mayweather. He did the fight with Mike. I think I don't know who else he fought. He fought a couple YouTubers and
He
stuff.
lost to I think his name was Tommy Fury. That's the one loss he got. And Tommy Fury looked like he was a younger dude too, real fighter. So, and they said
Yeah,
something about he's supposed to have a rematch, but somebody backed out on the rematch. Jake Paul say it was Tommy that backed out. Tommy
yeah.
probably
And
was like, "Man, I don't want to fight this amateur."
I think he blew it when he knocked out the NBA player. What's his name? Nate
Yeah,
Robinson.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Nate Robinson. Yeah, man. Oh, Nate Robinson, man. He knocked that
So
nigga
you
out. But
can't just
neither one
say
of them was fighters though.
I was about to say he just be doing rigged fights. Like why would you want to fight a 50-year-old, 8-year-old man? But that is a 50, Mike Tyson. But he did
Yeah,
fight
yeah.
Mayweather. He did fight I guess another MMA dude.
Who?
But I think he
I
fought
don't think
Mayweather.
Jake fought Mayweather now. No, I don't think Jake fought
Mayweather
Mayweather.
didn't pay him his money. Mayweather was like, nah, man, I ain't gonna even pay you. You think you finna hold me? I'm gonna hold you.
Yeah. Oh well,
He was talking
I
like that.
did. They you saying they fought? I must have missed that one.
Yeah, they fought, and of course Mayweather won. And then
Yeah.
then Jake Paul got on the internet saying, man, he ain't give me my money. I
Yeah.
guess
So so why? Oh, so it wasn't an official fight or something because it's only one loss on Jake Paul's record from last night. They say he like 7-1.
so it's just an exhibition, or it's just really sanctioned by the commission.
Yeah, see all that I'm not sure. That probably was just an exhibition then and does that count against your record? I don't know. You know. CJ, if you there, dog, we can hear from you, man, whenever you want to join, man. I wasn't sure if you was there or not. What you think
Oh
about the
yeah,
fight?
man. I was just waiting my turn, man. Good night. I mean, how you fellas doing this evening, man? It's a
Great, bro.
wonderful night. Just enjoying a little football, a little basketball. Little thing, a couple things over the weekend. But yeah, the fights kicked it off this weekend for me, man. Came on Netflix, and had a couple exhibition fights leading up to it, and I had put out some information that Joe Rogan had said, and the way the contract was written per Joe Rogan, Mike Tyson loses if he wins the fight. Meaning, if he knocks out Jake Paul in the first round, he gets no money. So all the money would go back to Jake Paul. So I'm sure he's not just doing this just for fun. He has to pay these trainers and things of these nature. He has expenditures. He has it himself. So you know, we're putting this on for a show for entertainment. So everybody's viewing in. So just know the way the contract was written, it was in his best interest to lose, and that way he was gonna get the maximum amount of money if that was what he's saying. Because this video out there in Mike Tyson's last fight when he was like, "Man, I just gave up because I just didn't have the heart no more." And you guys remember the fight I'm talking about? Y'all can go look it up. It's probably been about
I think I remember.
12, 12, 13 years ago, man. Some of y'all are probably too young to
I think
remember,
he
but
fought the white guy or something. That was his last fight.
It
yeah,
wasn't Roy
but
Jones, was it? It was somebody else, wasn't it? It wasn't Roy
I think it was
Jones
a white
Jr.
guy he fought. I think that was his last fight.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
I don't remember who he was, but I just remember what he said after the guy was plummeting him, just beating him. He was like, "Man, there's no way I should be doing this to myself. I was just doing it just for the money. You know, I don't have no heart to fight anymore. And this, that, and the third." So we all know what this was about, and if that's what Mike doing it for, hey, I'm all for him making 20 million that fast, man. I wish I could make that much that fast, in one little night, one little money grab. But, you know, it is what it is, I hope the people got what they wanted, you know. So I hope it was just a win-win for everyone. That's really what I wanted, because like Marcus said, it was like nostalgia like picking up a Nintendo joystick. It's gonna make you flash back to when he was Iron Mike and you was Mac, and you had to beat Glass Joe, nigga, and then
Last
you had
Joe,
to
yeah, yeah.
fight your way all the way up past the Sandman, and then
Yeah, yeah,
finally face Mike Tyson. And then some of us that's a little older also remember it was Punch Out 2 on Super Nintendo, but that's only if y'all were just into that next phase of it. So, but yeah, that was my take on the fight, man. I just hope everybody got what they needed out of it. I hope he gets his promotion. I hope Mike gets his money. I hope you, as the fan, got entertained. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's all about. If you go watch the Gladiator movie, Denzel actually has one out right now, and go check it out, Gladiator Part Two. But it's all about the entertainment, reeling the
yeah.
fans
I
in,
heard.
man. It's been like that since those days back in BC. So if they're doing gladiator games, then that's what we're doing now. Basically, just on the basketball, football, boxing, all these sports are just gladiator games, kind of dumbed down with less gore these days.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you on that, man. And yeah, that Gladiator movie, man. I heard that nigga doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing. Well, I guess it depends on who you are, but I heard he kissed a man in that video. As a heterosexual man, I don't with all that. But it is what it is these days. Everybody, you like they say, love who you love and do what you do. But anyway, yeah, man. I think as far as like the fight goes, like what you're saying, man, everybody does need that payday. And if it was written in the contract for him to, not take a dive, but it was in his best interest to lose, hey, like you said, bro, I can't be totally mad at him because everybody need their payday again. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, uh, if it was a real like fight, it probably would have been a little different. You know what I'm saying? To where I don't know, like I said, Mike would, let's just look at the facts. And one thing is, father time is undefeated for sure. You know what I'm saying? And so you get in there, you probably can go 1 to 2 rounds like he did the first 2 rounds. He won, but the rest of them rounds, I was like, especially I think that third round, he started stumbling real bad. Looked like he was tired. I was like, or maybe the fourth, fifth, one of them rounds, he looked like he was tired and looked like he just needed to go sit down. I was like, fuck, man. So, it just kind of depends on, like you said, who you are and what you were looking for. If you was looking for a brawl, I think it was better served to look at the ladies in the exhibition. And I didn't really watch that first exhibition with the other guy from the Indian guy, whatever he is. I think he's from Pakistan somewhere. And the other guy, I didn't really. I watched a little bit of that. They looked like they was all right for a minute, but again, I just don't ever remember. I guess that is a. I guess that's that fight that fight stance where you hold your hands down. Is that the southpaw? Is that a different stance where when you hold your hands down versus holding your dukes in your face? Is that like a different stance? Because I just don't like
That's
it. Maybe
something.
you feel like you quicker when you do that.
Yeah, that's something Roy
But
Jones did, man. He
yeah,
kind of popularized that, just saying like we're in a flow state. It's like you in
yeah,
a
yeah.
KT.
Okay,
Man, I'm in
okay.
a flow
Yeah,
state,
because I
and
think
you
Muhammad kind
quick.
of did that too, didn't he?
Yeah,
To
drop
where
his
you
hands in the flow.
instead of just having your dukes up the whole time as a defender, kind of like what you see Mike Tyson did. Mike Tyson had his hands up the whole time and he was defending. He still, even at his old age, man, he still had some good defense. He still was moving. His reflexes were a little off, but as far as like his defense goes, you can tell, man, he's a bad man. So I saw that.
Yeah, you gotta have them hands to drop your hands, man. I seen a guy, Mexican guy, man, pretty tough, whooping up on somebody, and he was whooping on talking crazy to him, like, "Yeah, boy, I do this," and he dropped his hands and just whop whop whop, just knock it, just lighten them up, and he reached a flow state. So
Right, right, right.
that's all that be. And then it's kind of a point where you're baiting your opponent in, thinking that your hands is down. You're just trying to bait them to come in, and quick enough, you can just go ahead and
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that quick
yeah, yeah.
left
I
hook or
mean,
that quick jab.
it could be a strategy, but to me, it leaves you defensive. But also, I guess you can be quicker with your counters then too as well. You can counter punch a lot better when not in defense when somebody coming at you. That's that's the way you get your counters off. So yeah, I agree. Uh, so yeah, man. Yeah, it's good. It was a good exhibition or fight, however people want to look at it.
Straight up.
So but yeah, man. If ain't nobody got nothing else on it, bro, we can wrap it up. Kind of wrap it up about the fight, man. Just go and give Jake Paul his little props or whatever. You know, he did what he did, and you know what I'm saying, he showed respect in the end. And like I said, man, it was just good to see Mike back out there for a lot of people, man. For me, for sure, just to see him out there, you know. And like what everybody's saying, it was on Netflix, and it kind of it crashed the site because I know I had buffering issues for a minute to where I was about to cut it off. I had to rewind it a couple times. Like, man, let me just fast forward and rewind it. As a matter of fact, I had to watch it from behind. I said, well, I'm gonna rewind it a little bit and watch it from behind so I can not be buffering. And that worked for me. I don't know what anybody else had to do, but it was yeah, they definitely crashed the site.
Well, my final take is, man, Netflix got their money. Tyson got his money. Paul got his money. The fans have mixed feelings. You know what I mean? Some people, just say it's sad to see Mike go out like that. I don't really think nobody just turned for Jake Paul. He always been a heel, which is kind of like a bad guy. So, everybody love Mike. Mike the man, bro. We all grew up on Mike. And, he's a street legend and, he boxing legend. And he didn't, the new generation know him from Hangover, but we all know him
Man was
from hanging out
58.
with Pop and all this. And, all that. We love everybody love Mike. He done fell off one time before, lost all the money he made. He had millions and millions of dollars. He would give it away to people and stuff. But he bounced back. He started back selling marijuana. He started selling legal marijuana and got my podcast. He getting to the bread, man. He gonna take care of his generation of his family. That's what we
Yeah,
concerned
yeah,
about.
yeah.
But one other quick thing though, I keep showing this picture of him biting his glove. I think that's kind of like him holding back right
Oh
there.
yeah.
Like, ooh, if I let go, man,
He
I
spoke
could,
about that.
man. But is it
No, he
that
spoke
or
about that, man. At the end of the fight, he spoke about it during the interview. He said, "Man, he actually has a biting fixation, and so he was just biting on his glove. That's just something he do." And you know, i.e., that's why he probably bit Lennox Lewis' ear. He got a biting fixation.
Holyfield?
Holyfield, my bad. Yeah, yeah, my bad.
Unless you
Yeah,
in
that's
unless
probably
you
why
in another
he
dimension or
bit
something.
Holyfield's ear off like that.
Unless it's the Mandela effect, because I remember Holyfield.
No, it was Holyfield. You correct. You correct. It was Holyfield. My bad. I misspoke on that. But yeah, man, the man was 58 on one leg, man. So give him his props, man, for being out there. What you say, CJ? Before we flip to the next topic, man, we got a little topic where we were gonna talk about some UFOs out here, man. They said they seeing new UFOs out here, man. Is it Project Blue Beam or what?
Yeah, my final take on the Tyson fight. Yeah, I'm just gonna reiterate what I had said earlier about, I hope, like Skinny had mentioned earlier, about I hope everybody got their bread for it. Skinny say it actually broke the site. It had so many viewers. MJ say he had to go about other means of alternative watching it. So, I think it was good for everybody, as far as the viewers, as far as the revenue takers and Tyson and Paul. So I think all satisfactory.
Hey, one
Bet.
final thing before we move on, fellas. Did anybody catch Trump at the UFC rally? I think it was one of his first public appearances since he won office, and he had Elon Musk sitting right next to him, and Tulsi Gabbard and RFK Jr. and his sons and everybody, and the fighter won the championship. I forgot his name. I think it was Davis or somebody. And he came up to him and shook his hand and gave him the belt, and everybody
That
was
was
screaming
Jones.
for it. So it was kind of a great moment.
He also did the YMCA dance. I said, man, whatever, man. That's the new Trump dance, man. But yeah, man, I seen it, man. It was pretty good to see that, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was chanting USA, everybody was happy to see him, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, he had his entourage with him, all his people that he picked. I seen Tulsi Gabbard. One of the pictures, bro, I ain't gonna even lie, man. Looked like I seen Mark Cuban's ass in the background. Looked like
Oh,
I
he
saw
ain't give him no juice.
Mark
He
Cuban.
probably bought a ticket.
Yeah. You know, he was on the rich road with all them people like that. But yeah, man, that was good to see, man. Trump out there, man. I saw a YouTube video on it, so you know, it is what it
Yeah,
is, man.
and everybody be saying how the man racist, man. You see how that man shook that man hand and brought him in and gave him the bro, you know what I'm saying, the dap up. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
man. We know that's
Man, the
you know,
real
just
dude,
most
bro.
of that. Honestly, most of that is propaganda. You and I know that for sure. You know, and I know CJ knows that most of it's propaganda. Because you know, back in the '80s and '90s or whatever it was, yeah, in the '90s for sure. You know, Trump was, you know, he always hung with us, man. You know, and we can't just really just call nobody uh racist or nothing something like that without some real evidence. And man, I mean these days everybody pro whatever their race is. So I mean, you know, because I'm pro black, you know, and being a white guy, being pro white, I don't see nothing wrong with that, man. It's not wrong for somebody being white or being black or being Asian or being whatever you are and being proud that you are that race. It's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, I agree with that, bro.
Yeah.
Uh Well, yeah, man, they say they got some allegedly UFOs, Project Blue Beam going on, whatever. But I had seen a recent news article. I don't know if that's the one that you want to talk about, bro. I know we got a video on it, but I seen recent news article where they showed a black something just floating in the air. It looked like it was a almost a triangular shaped type of craft looking thing, but some people were saying, man, look like it could be having some strings on it, like it could be a kite. You know what I'm saying? So, with all that said, you know, I guess we gotta have some real good evidence. But I can say this: the people that were filming it were real people because you can tell when it's CGI or when it's something that's fake when you see it as a video, because you know the camera was shaking, cell phone, and also about how people talk in their mannerisms. You can kind of tell the AI videos and the CGI videos that, you know, you if you look hard enough and you look at the evidence, and also, I mean, how believable some of it is. Yeah, you can tell CGI these days. It's enough of it out there. So, but yeah, man, what you guys think? Or let's just go ahead and see if, man, we can watch that video and see what we got there. SG.
All right, Just Talk Show. Here we go.
Let me be clear. UAP are real. Advanced technologies not made by our government or any other government are monitoring sensitive military installations around the globe. Furthermore, the U.S. is in possession of UAP technologies, as are some of our adversaries. I believe we are in the midst of a multi-decade secretive arms race, one funded by misallocated taxpayer dollars and hidden from our elected representatives and oversight bodies. For many years, I was entrusted with protecting some of our nation's most sensitive programs. In my last position, I managed a special access program on behalf of the White House and the National Security Council. As such, I appreciate the need to protect certain sensitive intelligence and military information. I consider my oath to protect secrets as sacred, and I will always put the safety of the American people first.
And there you have it. Kind of sums up my line of thinking, but also some profound statements he made. Well, I can't say profound, but it's some pretty interesting statements he made uh, about the military and how, you know, it kind of seems like, okay, we have some crafts or there are some military made crafts and some secrets, some government secrets he can't talk about. You know, a lot of times we call those conspiracies, but you know, conspiracy theories and people like that have been talking about things like that for years now. So, what you guys think, SG?
Man, I think, and Junior, you can jump in any time. I think that, man, what's the price of a carton of eggs, man? This is why what's going on. People are so hurting with the economy and you know, worry about their bills and their children and you know, a life that, you know, and so consumed by the social media that, man, if you would have said this back in the 90s that you had a Pentagon official spokesperson, I don't know if he still worked there or not, come out and say America's and has possession of alien crafts and all this stuff, man, it'll be groundbreaking news. I mean, where's the the chaos in the streets, and people are, I mean, we the man just basically said that we are not alone, and we don't even, it's like people don't even care, man. I mean, I get it. They got their slow disclosure. It's all about design. They slowly disclosing the truth of what's going on. But I've been into UFOs for a long time, and I believe that we've been had all these programs going on, and we've been be getting visited for a long time, even back in the ancient days. So I think the people is finally waking up, man. People is finally they are strong enough to hear this information. They ain't got to hold it back no more. This ain't the 1800s and the early
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 1900.
1900s where everybody just going off of one doctrine. I mean, the world, people, since the age of the internet, things have changed, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and let. I don't want to hog the mic. I'm gonna go ahead and let CJ respond.
Thank you, SG. But I think the guy in the video was describing it as a UAP, unexplained aerial phenomenal. So that may be their new word they want to use proceeding
Yes.
forward. You know, they don't want to let people be right about the UFO situation, so they're not going to use that terminology. They're going to use this new term that the guy on the video previously mentioned, this UAP. So, but I'm I'm at a point whereas yes, they want to be disclosure about it, but when they put these holograms and these, I know everyone saw the Spider-Man movie with Mysterio in it. You know, don't just think everything as a movie. They were using drones to project images that were conveyed as real, and if they were able to weaponize it, whereas it could inflict damage. So your visual is confused into believing it's something real that's really not. So it's hard to explain, but proceeding forward, everything might not be as what it may seem. You know, I can say that, and it makes perfect sense to me. But if I could talk to you offline, I could further break it down for you and everything. But you know, this is my reference. If you go look in the Old Testament of the Hebrew Bible, in the book of Ezekiel, he speaks of a chariot fire, a fiery chariot dragging him away to heaven. So this is not nothing that would be as what you would refer to as something new, but it may be we're getting back to all these old ancient technology that we once knew as truths, and then we were made to believe that was all just um, through the Rockefeller education. We were made to believe that things were pseudoscience or cuckoo or these other terms that they came up with, you know of things that when you have a different understanding they would use these terms, but it may have been something that was actually true, and they passed it off as that culture was just crazy. Like the Samaritans, they have a equally background of a god system that's very similar to Shiva, that's very similar to Yeshua, aka Jesus Christ. All these images in the past all have so many common traits that people don't. I don't know if they ever picked up on it, that it may have been the same guy everywhere, but it was just he was just conveyed differently, possibly to a different type of people, because most of these stories are almost parallel by having a flood story and you know, and when you get to reading some of these stories and you find like it's missing pieces, it may be because it's been doctored on. In the Geneva Bible, previous to the King James Bible, that was previous to the Sinai Bible, which was previous to the Ethiopian Bible, who had the complete 88 books, all the Apocrypha and the Book of Enoch, that can, shed a lot of light on what's missing, and you have to just figure and make up what you want something to be, where it's written plainly out. If people wouldn't try to put smoke screens in front of people, to put a magician's, they're putting on like a magician show. I'm tapping the table, but I'm actually moving my leg, drawing the curtain closed because I'm wanting you to look at the table. It's the old 1-2. You know, but I think I talked enough on this topic. I appreciate you guys' time. And what do you think about this topic, MJ?
Oh yeah, man. I mean, listening to, I appreciate your take on it too. But listening to your take on it, man, of course, I had to take it there too. I was gonna kind of piggyback off of you a little bit and say that, yeah, of course, spiritually, we can look at it, not to just be like looking at it like from a religious standpoint, but like spiritually, you could say that these things are something other than, I mean, the real. If you're looking at what the real UFOs are, it's said that they could be, from coming in and out of a whole dimension. They could be coming from, a whole nother dimension coming in, and that's why you see them phase in like that, and also having the technology that they have. I mean, that also includes time travel as well. So there you have it. I mean, some of these. I mean, there's a lot of theories, and one theory, another theory I've heard is that it's some of these crafts are us coming back from the future, and we're able to do some time travel, and some of us are coming back and trying to come back and mostly in peace, and that's one thing I've seen. It's mostly, if they wanted to come and just kind of come and just take over and just bomb us or something, they could have been done that. But from what I've seen, mostly they do come in peace, and it's a lot of theories out there. But if I say spiritually, I don't want to say that, but I've also heard that there are, what you would call demons, and also angels that can, travel through the veil like that, travel through time. And so there's a lot of theories out there, but if you want to look at it and just say it's a craft with an alien guy in it, green alien or a bug looking alien, or even an Anunnaki, if you want to say any of those would come, like you said, if your understanding leads you to believe in that, and then I can't knock you for that. What one thing what we'll tell you guys is to kind of do your own research on this and kind of see where you stand on that, because there's a lot of evidence out there, and like we said, there's a lot of alleged things going on to where it could be some of our military craft, and other countries' military craft. Like I think we all know that the triangle craft that we got. I don't know why it's slipping my mind, being ex-military. The triangle black, the black aircraft we got that travel,
Called
and it looks like a
TB3.
triangle. Say it again, Skin.
It's called a TB3 craft. It's they got it it's a patent out for it. TB3 craft is
Yeah,
it's it's what is it I think I got the
it
I guess the
looks
patent is
it looks like a UFO. It's triangle. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah, got the
black.
three
Looks like a
dots at the
UFO.
bottom, and it's
Yeah.
and it's made to hover and off of unconventional propulsion. But go ahead.
But as you said, even from allegedly in the Roswell incident, well, nobody said that, but back, I've heard even from the Roswell incident, that we have been re-engineering and learning this technology and learning how to, do it for ourselves. So, even if it was, real UFO or UAP crafts coming back then, and if it really did crash, they already took it and they've re-engineered it and they've learned that stuff. But I don't know if they learned the time travel to where they'll be able to slip in and out. Maybe they have, because like CJ spoke about, they put some of the truth right in the movies and in the cartoons. So I've seen like theories where they have spaceports where you can actually travel through wormholes and stuff like that. I don't want to take it that far, but hey, I mean, where do these ideas come from? Somebody, do you dream these things, or has somebody really
Yeah.
experienced these things? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
I do
yeah, I
know
mean,
this, man. I
but
don't mean to
but
cut
what I
you
would
off,
say
man.
to just kind of wrap it up a little bit, the average person probably saying, "Man, I got to go to work tomorrow." Man, for you, if the alien is real, man, you need to come down there and come down, land in the street and talk to me, bro. I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? That's what the average person probably like. Man, I got to go get this money. I got stuff to do. Yeah, they just need to come on and show me. A lot of people. That's where a lot of people are. So yeah, you can say, man, yeah, like you said, it's been a soft disclosure, but yeah, that soft disclosure has worked to the point now that people have seen so much of it on the internet and online, to the point to where people are like, yeah, okay, alien, yeah, okay, it's gonna have to
How
come
about the
show me or
Matrix?
pick me up. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, though,
Some
SG.
years ago, they were talking about storming Area 51. Now people don't even care, man. Like, how much the price of the eggs? And let's go on with our day, man. And just for the audience, man, uh, I like to be in a gray area. I mean, I haven't seen an alien. I mean, you think you would have called it on somebody's ring, doorbell camera, or alien just pop out with a phone and say, "What's up?" Something like that on YouTube. But I'm here. I think the aliens do exist. There's all type of life in the universe, and if you want to see an alien, go look in the mirror. You know what I mean? We was allegedly created by by the Anunnaki, and they use some of their DNA to create modern day humanoids. As far as the craft concerned, the UAP, they are ran off of consciousness. They are 3D printed, and whatever entity is driving it, it goes off of their thoughts in their brain. They kind of like wraps around itself, and UFO is alive and a part of their body as well. And they do phase in and out of dimensions. They don't travel at the speed of light or anything like that. They just think about where they want to go, and basically appear there. And when they in the orb form, because they're not fully materialized into the into the um into the atmosphere, because they don't want to get shot down or captured or anything like that. People been talking about this stuff for years. I suggest y'all go check out Dr. Stephen Greer. He got a YouTube channel. He got like over 300 some whistleblowers from the government and from the military coming down and saying about what projects they worked on and things like that. But he also championed CT, was it C75 or something like that, where they go out in the woods and they meditate and summon orbs and summon UFOs to come down and visit, stuff like that. So there's been a lot of stuff going on. But like I said, how about them aliens? But what we gonna eat for breakfast? You know what I mean? So how much the
Yeah, I
carton
feel
eggs
you.
is, how much the bacon is.
But yeah, we ain't gotta worry about that too tough no more. But man, I mean, like everybody's saying, the aliens, if they coming, I'll be glad for them to come on, man, and we'll see, man, if they come in peace or they good aliens. I think if they are really out there, you can say aliens or UFPs or crafts or whatever. It's just like anybody else, or anything else, in all examples of nature we see good and bad, you know what I'm saying? Especially in this in on this earth and in this dimension, so to speak. There's positive and negative, there's, what I'm saying, the light and the dark. So and that's the same way with people. You got your light people, you got your dark people, you got your good people, and you got your bad people. So, I don't even think race has anything to do with it. So it'll be the same way when you look at alien races as well. I mean, you're gonna have your good alien races, you're gonna have your bad alien races, and then you may have your factions in between, so to speak. But hey, I mean, I'm a fan of Star Wars, so honestly, I would like to see that shit to where we're traveling through wormholes and we can actually travel through the stars, and you got like Star Wars going on through space and stuff, and you flying through nebulas and shit like that. That's some pretty awesome shit. If they doing that, well, I mean, hell, I'd like to do it too, I mean, but there's just that could be our fantasy, because they call that air quotation science fiction, but I think some of that stuff is real, just not saying it because I haven't seen it and I haven't experienced it, but as a conspiracy theory as myself, I believe in some of these conspiracies out here, like we come and we were talking about UFOs and UAPs way back in the Roswell incident. So some of that stuff that's been conspiracies has come true and been proven true again throughout time. So that's all I got on it, man. What you guys got, man? And we'll flip it to our last topic, man. I think what we say we was gonna talk about, man.
I don't know if y'all want to
I
go
think we
into
said
the
we was gonna. I think we said
Star
we were
Wars
gonna run
stuff.
it through some sports, man. We were gonna talk about the football and the basketball a little bit, man, because we getting almost through the NFL season. We like to run it down a little bit, and I think we're on week 9 or week 10 of NFL season, somewhere up in there.
Well, I'm gonna say this before I let CJ go ahead and take us out on this topic. I got 2 words for you: Draco reptilian. Now, these alleged fifth dimensional beings, but I don't know if we can see them or not. But they're supposed to be some of the most scariest thing that you'll ever see in your life. And they allegedly, I don't know if this is true or not, but we had a couple people on the astronauts that went to the moon. Said that when they got up there, they had the reptilians up there, and they told them they'll never come back here again. And they flipped them off, and it was up there lying up in a spaceship. So the Draco, if they are real, they're allegedly being controlling this planet. And I want to say, talking about the eggs and the bacon. This is the most darkest secret in UFO. I'm gonna give y'all some groundbreaking news, chat and subscribers. This is the most deepest secret that they don't want you to know in the government, that we are controlled by the Draco reptilian, and it gets dark when you know that, hey, maybe you might be the bacon. And I'll leave y'all
Allegedly,
just talk.
allegedly, allegedly. So yeah, I mean that is one theory that I've heard, man, and a lot of people do believe in that. But I'm like my guy. Who was my guy? What we call my guy? Black, man. My guy Black that got on a couple weeks ago. I ain't seen none nigga driving around and looking like a lizard in a cutlass, man. So we got to see the lizards driving around and come up to the top, and just if I see a lizard, a dude come out and just turn into a lizard, shapeshift in front of me, then I can believe it. But at the same time, there's been evidence out there, but most of it has been on the net. So, I mean, I need somebody to walk up to me like, I don't care if it's a random person, but I need somebody to walk up to me one day and be like, "Yeah, man, I just saw somebody shapeshift, dog. You don't see him? Let me, I took a picture on my phone. So real good evidence. You know what I'm saying?
We ain't got no
Anything,
concrete evidence. We ain't got no alien that grabbed somebody's phone and went live with it. You think that they would have been did all this, man. If they
right?
if they don't if they don't if, come on, we gotta have a picture of one of them dead somewhere or something.
Something. you know. But allegedly, like what you saying, they all underground, they in the tunnels, and they snatch people. Where all the people come up missing. See, this is alleged stuff, so we can talk about some stuff. We can go deep down a rabbit hole. Allegedly, they snatch people in all these areas where you see people come up missing. These is where the all underground tunnels are, and these underground
Yeah,
tunnels is where they snatch people, take them up underground, and they love the
in the
adrenochrome. They
national
love to
park.
drink blood,
Yeah, in the national parks. I guess
national
Roosevelt
parks and
made a
stuff like
treaty.
that.
Roosevelt
Because
made a
I
treaty
mean,
that they can abduct people from the national parks. So, I
in the
mean,
mountains, mountain areas like the Appalachians and stuff like that. So
y'all
yeah, so I
hungry, go ahead
mean,
and get them from here.
but that's the theory though, But I like I said, I haven't seen it. I mean, people gonna come up missing from other people too. You know what I'm saying? Cause so some of that is other people that's doing that or whatever. Cause you got
So a
you got
lot
bad
of
people
them.
out there. I
Yeah,
mean,
think about these third world countries and Indonesia and all these places that be having human trafficking going on. Where these people going?
they selling sex slaves. That's what they say, man. On the surface level, they're sex slaves and real slaves and stuff like that, and they use them to make babies and stuff like that. But yeah, if you want to go down that hole, yeah, they could be given to the reptilians for food, or also, I think a lot of the
Loose.
what we missing, a lot of the things that what we missing is that they're extracting our melanin out of our skin, our melanin out of our skin. Now that's really happening. It's really on the market. You know what I'm saying? So how the fuck is that happening? That's the question. So we kind of going left, but hey, we can do that, man. This is Just Talk Show. This is how we do it. we can say we just talking, but we can go deep into this, the rabbit hole if y'all want to go. But we appreciate y'all for listening, man. CJ, we don't want to tune you out, brother.
Oh yeah, man. I'm just sitting back waiting my turn. I appreciate you shouting me out, but my closing thoughts on this, man. If you go back into your Bible and look in the book of Genesis, man, there is this creature that was very crafty, and he deceived Eve, man. When we're talking about a crafty creature, man, he may have been looked a little differently than how you might describe a serpent today. So I think Skinny may be onto a little something there, but I don't want to allude to anything tonight because I'm saving that for another topic when we'll possibly bring that to the forum. But he may be on to a little more than what may be alluded to here. But with the UAP thing, I think this is just making full circle because like I was mentioning previous, in everybody's history from the beginning of time, somebody said somebody came here with knowledge, whether it was an angel or a deity that they deified, or it was maybe it had been misconstrued technology. Who knows? Me and you were not there to observe what was going on. So we can't say what occurred and what did not occur. But what we do have is the books and the history, and we can just pull from those sources and try to make a clear, concise, constructive approach and try to become objective as possible about it. I try not to get myself wrapped into it because, like Skinny says, I have to worry about feeding my kids, man. I have to worry about having gas in my car to get to my job. I have other things I have to worry about than ET coming down here saying, ET phone home or something of that nature. I have other things to focus my attention on. But to MJ's point, until I do see them right there, I'm gonna be skeptical. I'm going to have a skepticism until I see this guy that's a lizard guy with hands like me. But like I said, when you do your searching, read the Book of Jubilees, man. Jubilee is just 49 years. It's all these books are available to you, man. People took these books out because they wanted to hide knowledge from people, man. And I encourage everybody to go in their time to just listen to the audio version of it, of the Book of Enoch. It'll make everything so much clearer to you, and this smoke screen, this veil will come down, and all the things you've been missing, and that the deacon and the pastor can't answer, it's right there for you. It's available.
On that note, that's a true that, man. Like you said, um, that just jogs my memory a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and transition and let you got some SG. Spiritual ascension is important, and not I think that's part of the reason we all are here. So at some point, we all need to tap into that part of ourselves and look to our higher self. You know what I'm saying, and see what we got going on. I just leave it like that. So yeah, man.
I'll just say my final thoughts on it is yes, it's all about consciousness, and it's good guys and bad guys and everything. But one thing we do know that it's trillions and trillions of dollars missing from the government budget, and where does it go? I mean, it got to be going somewhere. So hopefully the new administration can get in, and Elon them can get in and figure this thing out. With his new department he trying to do when he trying to audit the government and see where all this money going. Or they might end up killing both of them. You never know how this world goes. But we're here for the show. You know, but that's my final take on that.
Yeah, that's what's up. So yeah, man, we got the NFL topic, man, on the NBA going on, man. What y'all think about? We got to talk about that boy LeBron James. He had about what is that? About two or three triple doubles in a row, and still looking like a young man out there. You know, one thing I can't hate on that boy with is Father Time, man. You know, he looked like he one guy that's almost defeating Father Time because he's still out there. He ain't got no major injury yet. You know what I'm saying? Knock on wood. I ain't gonna never hate on nobody getting injured. Go ahead and let him do his thing. Although the longer he play, to me, you know, he's still not. I don't know why he's still playing. Maybe it's his ultimate goal, like I said a couple times ago, was to beat Jordan. You know what I'm saying? For the GOAT. But I think, man, being even considered in the top five as a feat of all time is a good enough feat. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So three triple doubles, and also you know, I heard Memphis is on a losing streak. Ja Morant hurt. You know, I know New York, excuse me, the Knicks, they team were looking good at the middle of, I mean, yeah, so towards the middle of the year. We still there at the middle. We ain't, as a matter of fact, we're not even really at the beginning because you know what they say about the NBA. It don't start until after Christmas. So, you know, beginning of the season, I'd say, looking all right, shaping up all right, you know. We're gonna see how the endurance test lasts for these guys, you know what I'm saying? Because these days they not playing 82 games and stuff. So just see how it go. Also, man, NFL was a good week, man, or a bad week, depends on who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because I know somebody a lot of people like to bet these days. You know, we gotta get our bets in and our picks in. You know what I'm saying? And if you had Buffalo, I mean, yeah, if you had Buffalo over Kansas, yeah, I know you're a winner. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Kansas City, I know you're a winner tonight. But nobody expected Kansas City to lose like that. You know what I'm saying? What you think about that, man? CJ, if you there.
Yeah, man, that was one of the shockers this week, man. It was several of them, but that was one of the biggest shockers. The Chiefs losing to the Bills, 21-30. It was also other shockers, man, like the 49ers losing to the Seahawks, 20-13. I mean, 20-17. You know, the Steelers they beat the Ravens today, 18-16. You
Now
know,
that's
that's gonna
crazy
come
right there.
in. Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's gonna come back. That's gonna come back big later on, man. Like you just don't know the ramifications of that win at this point of the juncture of the season, week 13. Then the Lions dog walked the Jags 52-6. You know, and then the Titans, you know, they lost to the Vikings 23-13. Eagles started the week off on Thursday night. They beat the Commanders 20 26-18. And then the Sunday night football, we got the Bengals and the Chargers. The Chargers are running off with this victory like, you know, it's not even close. But oh, go James, man, that guy there, man, he's been defying time. He's 22 years in, and he's like MJ said, man, he's still making it look like he's in year one. You know, doing some of the same things. You know, putting up three triple doubles back to back to back. The only other player to do that, man, is Jason Kidd, and he did it at 34. And him and LeBron both did it at 34, but LeBron breaks his own record doing it at 39 now, man. You know, I'm only a
So
few years older than this guy, man. You know, I
not
watched
not
his
not
entirety
to
of his
interrupt you,
career.
Jr. Hey, but look, so you telling me Westbrook didn't do it that year? He averaged a triple double. He didn't have three in a row. Go ahead though.
Yeah, he had three in a row, but at the age, Westbrook is only
Oh, okay,
like
I got
right
you. I got
now
you.
at 35, and you know he's a shell of himself. There's no way he will be able to put up three straight back to back triple doubles with Denver losing how they are now. You know, people don't thought it was all a joke in a game when he was with the Lakers and they were losing, but every team he's went to after that and before that, man, since he left the Thunder, that's where he was the last Russell Westbrook. I'm sorry, he was his shell of himself with the Lakers. He's a shell of himself with Denver. He's a shell of himself when he played last season with the Clippers. So, you know, he was a great show. You know what I'm saying? When KD left, man, he was putting up a lot of points because guess what? It was no one else on the team to jack up shots. And yeah,
Yeah.
he was an athletic guard at 6'3", 6'4". So he was able to get these rebounds and dish out a few assists to your center for open lobs and dunks, man. So it's not like it's not possible to get a triple double. Is when he was in his prime, him and James Harden when they had broke up and left KD, you know, go back and look at those seasons, man. Those guys were taking in excess of 30 shots a game, man. That's unheard of. Only people taking 30 shots is Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. Even KD don't even take 30
Well, you
shots
know,
a game.
James Harden did when he played for
I
Houston. I'm
know.
pretty
That's
sure.
what I'm
Yeah.
telling you. That's a lot of shots, man, for any player. Like for volume, the last person to do that was Kobe Bryant, man. You know that's not something that comes by often. You know, KD is a scorer, but even he doesn't take that many threes. But
Right, right,
yeah,
right, right.
it's been a great mixture for sports just all around. We were just talking about Tyson at the beginning of the show. Here we are concluding the show with basketball and football, you know, and then 2 weeks ago, man, we just had the World Series. So it's a great time for sports, man. America,
Right.
get out there, keep your kids athletic, keep your kids out riding a bicycle, man. I hate to see these kids cooped up in the house on this PS5, PS4s, Xbox Ones and goddamn it, Nintendo Switches, man. Me and Marcus, me and MJ used to play till the street lights came on, man. We didn't want to come inside, man. It was a different type of era coming up in the late '80s and '90s, man, where it was, you know what I'm saying, the ground, the outhouse rule, man. You know, the ground yard where we were in the sand lot where we were making all these memories at, man. That's where
Right.
it was earned at. You know, it wasn't about can I push a button faster than you? No, it's I'm doing it. You know, but
Yeah,
that's just
yeah.
my
Well,
take
you
on
know,
that,
it's
fellas. I appreciate
Great
y'all
take, great
time.
take.
yeah, yeah. But that's what's up, man. I mean, we can just talk it up to the new generation. I mean, they seen us do all that. We did that, and I think, it's mostly we can blame the internet, but yeah, the internet has put them, and also technology like AI, Gemini, Siri, and Google search and all that. The AI has put them into that position where they don't have to use as much of their brain, capacity. Not saying that these people are slow, because they can put their brain capacity into other things. Because for one thing, I do understand about every human being is they do have the God spark in them. So what I'm saying, I'm not trying to say nobody dumb or stupid or slow, but you are gonna have your certain people with low IQ, and you're gonna have your people with high IQ. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't a genius. But back to the point though, uh, with sports as it goes with basketball, I just go ahead and get back to that. When you get certain players like Westbrook, you know what I'm saying, and then you can compare him to LeBron James. Now you can't compare him to LeBron, but what you can do is say, yeah, he averaged a triple double, and he did it at a younger age, and he did it. I think who was he with when he did it? Jr. He was with it wasn't Washington, was it?
It was with the
I know it wasn't OKC.
OKC Thunder. Yeah,
He
it
was
was
he was with
when he
OKC
was.
when he did that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So boom,
that
you
was
got
his MVP. That was his MVP year, man. Because
okay,
like
okay.
I told you, James Harden when he was with the Rockets, he was taking 30 shots a game, man. Go back
Yeah,
and
but
look at
that's
that,
the
man.
thing though. But James Harden, but see James Harden, I guess that's what it was. When them three was together, man, they supposed to won. I don't care what you're saying. Now you see what they had. If if the problem was, honestly, KD, he will say it to this day. I don't want to be a leader. I just want to hoop. That's the problem. He should have took the lead and been like, okay, man, let me go ahead and make sure we win, type shit, instead of arguing back and forth in the fourth quarter with Westbrook. And I think that's what happened, man. It was like three alpha males came together, or or two alphas and one beta and Kevin Durant, and it just didn't go right. You know what I'm saying? Because they were supposed, because James Harden, nobody knew he really had the game that he had, sitting up coming off the bench as a six man. But we seen what he could do coming off the bench as a six man, because that team was electric, man. So yeah, to bring it back to
But
today's youth,
we
man.
saw back at Arizona what he could do, man. It's just how he was being used by. you got to think about it. He had a college coach, man. You know what I'm saying? At the
Right, right,
time
right, right, right,
when all three of these guys are playing on this team, and these were elite players. You know, it took a elite Miami Heat to beat them. And my thing would be run it back, not send one this way and let KD walk out the door a couple years later for nothing,
right, right.
for peanuts.
Well, I think it was a money issue with the team and shit too. You know, they didn't want to pay somebody, and I think that's what it was when James Harden had to
Well,
go because
it was they paid Serge Ibaka and not Harden, and I would have done just the opposite. I would let Serge Ibaka walk. I would let Kendrick Perkins been the center because he was a young guy at the time. So
right,
he was
right.
with a young KD. Y'all have to go back and look at these videos, man. But it's like second nature to me. It's like flipping back in a memory book. But
Nah, I agree with you
Kendrick
because I
Perkins,
was with I was there with you. But yeah, I was there with you.
the,
But let's flip to today's NBA, man. I'm looking right now. I'm looking at a picture of Luca, man. What you thinking about Luca and Kyrie this year, man? What Dallas looking like this year?
they are underperforming as of right now, but it's still early in the season. We haven't even hit you know, 20 games yet. So
Right,
it's
right,
still
right,
in its infancy. Allow each team to fill itself out. Find out
right.
what they really have on their bench and what can they do to make trades before February deadline. So we got a lot of factors contributing going on
Yeah, we
right
do,
now.
don't we? Yeah, we got a little time. We'll see how the Christmas high starts shaping up. I agree with you on that. But yeah. So well, yeah, SG man, you been quiet, man. You got any take on anything? I already know. Sports ain't your thing, but we ain't gonna leave you out.
No, I ain't really got nothing on the sports, man. I just brought up that AI. Just want to do a little tech news for the subscribers. I'm gonna start doing that a little bit every week. One tech thing I want y'all to look out for. Gemini got a new program. Google Gemini got a new program where it goes live. Like you can talking straight to a alien ultra god or something, man. You can talk to this thing and it have conversations with you in live time. So I want
Yeah, see,
everybody to go
we
check that out, man. You can go make you some money off of that and brainstorm any idea. It's a great
see what
tool.
we
Well,
what we doing is what we
well,
doing is
you
we
telling the
training
people
AI
about
how to become sentient. We need to quit it, but it is what it is. It's already happening. It's already done. We training
Well, if you
AI how
want
to
to tell
be
the
human.
people about something to get GPT chat. That's like the new wave of the future. Y'all get that? That's a little smart guy. He can answer a lot of your questions that you people are needing the answers to.
Right, right, right. I'm
Just-
laughing. You know why I'm laughing, CJ? Because this brainiac over here, SG, been on me about yeah, chat GPT, chat GPT. All right, man, I ain't want to hear that shit. Chat GPT, and it's for the same reason. Why? Because I always felt like we training AI how to become sentient, and I just like to raise against the machine, so to speak. I'm always against that stuff, but at a certain
you're a
point,
smart guy. You're a smart guy for doing that because, like earlier, we were talking about, as far as African and Hispanic and German backgrounds, you know, it may become where that's not even a line that we'd even look at because the other thing that's alive is made out of nuts and bolts and can transfer his consciousness to unlimited amount of spaces because given him so much power like they did Ultron. So just
right,
just
right,
think about something when you're making stuff. Just just think about the consequences if it becomes sentient and if it becomes self-aware. Then they become you, and they think about self-survival. And we all know
mm-hmm.
how that played out when people of melanin, we gave knowledge to all the other cultures, and then what did we get in return? We got flipped on itself. Society is now living in an upsided state, whereas you think north and south is really one way, and east and west is one way. The map is not the accurate map that we look at. We don't live
Mm-hmm.
on a round globe
Oh
as
Lord, I
hundred
like that.
100 years ago, it was taught that the Earth was flat. So if your grandmother is still living, go talk to her, and she'll tell you this was taught at school. So I just want people to know.
Well, Mr. CJ, before you blast off, Mr. SG, there's another topic for another time. I would say this, Mr. CJ. I'm in a more of an agreement with you than I disagree with you. I just say that because we actually supposed to be talking about sports right now. But SG, you brought up a good topic there, man, where you made me think about how, Chat GPT and Gemini and Siri and all of them, they just getting our information and learning from us. But anyway, yeah, man, I mean, as far as that goes, man, NFL season is at what do we say, week 9 or week 10? Um,
13.
oh, damn, boy, it done passed me quick. Last time I looked, we was at week 10. So if we at week 13 out of a what we got, 20 weeks, 18, 20 weeks.
I
How many
think it's
weeks is in the
I
season?
think it's 18. I think it's
Yeah, it's
18.
18. Yeah. So yeah,
Then
we're
you
getting
got the
starting to shape up
playoffs.
towards the end, man. I'm gonna tap in a little harder now to make sure I see. But I want to see who is shaping up, looking like it's gonna go to the Super Bowl, man, and looking like they're gonna get the deep playoff run. I already know, being in Texas, man, the Cowboys, we trying to get a pick this year. We ain't thinking we get this
They got
bad, bro.
they got they got the Monday night game against the Texans. Don't I haven't given up hope on y'all if you haven't, but I just said Houston would be
I,
a better choice. That's a thriving city, man. It's right there by you. I would if I was living there, I would root for them myself personally. But you know, it's
yeah, I'm stuck in between the
we can
two. You
still
know
we
what I'm
can still
saying,
think
man?
about the '90s when Dion was there, but that was a long time ago. He got kids that's playing, trying to get to that level now. So
Right,
that's
right, right.
that's another nostalgic thing.
Yeah, just to see that
It's
name Sanders, you know what I'm saying, for sure. And we need they trying to say that who was that, Stephen A. Smith and a couple of them trying to say he should go coach. I think Michael Irvin tells the truth. He said, because that's his partner. He says that he says that he loves the kids and he here for the kids. He here to do it for the kids. But he also said in the same breath, Michael Irvin, I mean, that he said that I think for the right price though, you know what I'm saying, because he'll go because it's just just for the right price, and I heard the boy who's that Cameron say, yeah, because one minute he was in Jackson State talking about how who else, if I'm not from Jackson, if I'm not swag, then who else? And then he said the next minute he was in Colorado because of the money. You know what I'm saying? So hey, the right price, he might leave the kids alone, but Michael Irvin says that he's more into coaching the kids than the grown-ups. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to coach no grown men. You know what I'm saying? But I think Jerry Jones. But he did say he and Jerry Jones got a good relationship enough to where
they
he
do,
could
they
coach if
do.
he wanted to.
For
So
him to leave Jerry Rice and Steve Young after 1 year in a Super Bowl,
yeah, you're
he
right.
must have a good relationship with Michael Irvin and those guys, and those guys still claim Dallas till they die. You see Michael Irvin on First Take with Skip Bayless and his delusional fans. Right?
Yeah,
I'm glad that he's silenced this year, but he's using Dak injury as what I'm saying, a scapegoat. But like I said, they gave him all that money and they had holes that they didn't fix. And guess what? They just reaping the rewards of those holes they didn't fix.
right, right, right. What about New Orleans this year?
Oh, New Orleans, they gonna about to break Zion because he's hurt. That's
No,
the
I'm talking
problem with
about
the
the
league right now.
football, the Saints, New Orleans Saints.
Oh yeah, the Saints won today. They played the Browns today. The Browns came to New Orleans. I was leaving New Orleans this morning, and all the fans were there. Walking down the street with all their jerseys on, headed to the game. I was like, oh, that's a good vibe. By the time I make it back to my hometown, it's a
Right.
blowout. The Saints just
Yeah.
Derek Carr is back. He's healthy. Alvin
Good.
Kamara is back healthy. So
Good.
they're starting to. And then the division they're in, the only team they have to worry about is Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield, and they have a pretty good record this year. So that'll be
Yeah,
their
yeah, yeah, yeah.
competition for that division. So.
Yeah, Tampa Bay too. So yeah, man. Being from the SIP, we gotta ask about New Orleans, man. You know what I'm saying? For sure, for sure. But yeah, man. I mean, yeah, that's what's up, man. I mean, one more team, man. We got to do it for our guy, the professor, man. What the Titans looking like?
I told you they got slapped out today, but yes, special mention to them. They played the Vikings. They lost 23 to 13.
Okay, okay. And then I already know we mentioned my guy Ziggy team, the Steelers. The Steelers, they beat, man. That was an upset right there. They beat Baltimore. But
Yeah,
anyway,
it really was. And
couple
then,
upsets today.
this is what I try to tell people about the eye test. Lamar Jackson got everything as far as in his package, in his tool belt. He just doesn't use his tool belt as efficiently to me as Patrick Mahomes does. Even though he took his first loss of the season, he's still 9-1. But you know, to me, he uses his tool bag a little better. Because to me, they're
Right,
about
right,
the
right.
same players. Both of them can run. Lamar just lightning fast, like exciting fast, but Patrick still gets the job done with, what I'm saying, his, what I'm saying, he's deceptively fast because you're like, he's not gonna make that. Dog, he did make that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, he is, and that's kind of how he look because he look like he have another two gears. He look like he got another gear or two when he be running. You know what I'm saying? But also, like you say, he quarterback. I'm speaking about Lamar. So he quarterback, so it looks like he's a threat that especially until he come out the pocket or past the line of scrimmage. Excuse me. He has a threat to throw the ball. So being a quarterback, yeah, you got to watch him with his elusiveness and his quickness. Yeah, he's always a threat. But I would like to see him get a Super Bowl this year, man. But also I wouldn't mind seeing Patrick Mahomes get the three-peat either. So you know what I'm saying. So we can go ahead and start talking about the new goat. You know what I'm saying. Go ahead and leave Tom Brady where he at. But anyway, I mean he'll still have a little work to do, but a three-peat, he'll definitely be on his way, man. So
The
yeah, man. As
only,
far as
only
that,
thing I want to see, only thing I want to see is the Chiefs back in the Super Bowl, but this
yeah,
time
that's
they're
what I'm talking
facing
about.
the Eagles and Jalen Hurt win this time. That's
Right. I wouldn't be mad at
that.
that. You know what I'm saying? I was getting. I'm a Dallas fan, so I'm in Texas, so we can't ride with the Eagles too tough, man. You know what I'm saying? So but at the same time, I feel you on that. I was rooting back when I was in Mississippi. I used to root for Philly. When Donovan McNabb and T.O. then was on the team, man. Them
Oh
was
yeah,
my boys,
oh
man.
yeah, oh
Yeah,
yeah,
them was my
oh
boys,
yeah.
man. So I agree with you, man. Just we'll see how everything plays out this year. Detroit looking like they saying Detroit looking like they might go to the NFC Championship. So we'll see
They
how the
they
NFC
also
handle it.
they also 9-1. So that's
Yeah,
it's not a super team because they went and made a deep playoff run last year. I think they was on everybody's radar this year. I think it just surprised everybody that they living up to the hype. You know
yeah.
what I'm
So
saying? They
So what
they
I
got the
said last
same
time we
record
talked
as the
about the
Super Bowl
NFL
champ.
aging well, because I said, man, I think they knocking on the door. It really is looking like they knocking on the door. And the professor he knocked me. He was like, oh no, they Detroit ain't doing it. And I was like, yeah, man, it just looked like they've been trying to come up these last couple of years, man. They've been trying to get there. So yeah, man. We we about at that time to where it is about time for us to go ahead and start wrapping it up, man. But we wanted to make sure we spoke about all the home teams and everybody's favorite teams, that's in the cast, man. But yeah, as far as the sports go, whenever something exciting happens, you know what I'm saying, we'll go ahead and talk about it, especially when the NFL playoffs start. Also, when the NBA gets into its real season after Christmas. Oh, but I forgot. We got to mention the NBA Cup, whatever that's worth. But we'll see who win the NBA Cup, and then also after that, we'll see how the NBA starts out. But yeah, I appreciate it. And like I always say, man, if y'all stuck with us this long, like and subscribe. And also, when you subscribe, when we get 50 subscribers, we're gonna have a subscriber drawing, and we're gonna make sure we give away like $100 or something like that. We're gonna do that. So that's to show our appreciation to our subscribers, and we're gonna make sure we do it fair and all that. So just make sure y'all keep rocking with us. We appreciate
Yeah, I just want to thank all you fellas for welcoming to the show and your time. If you spend it, like you said, this long with us, we appreciate you for your time and your ear. And like, subscribe, and share. That's all we're trying to do. We're trying to just get open mind, like minded people together with the same thoughts. Thank you.
Yeah, man. What's up to all the subscribers out there? We had one guy trying to roast us in the comments. We appreciate you too with your bubbly up ass. But yeah, other than that though, I'm taking the chip, man, and I'm full against transhumanism, man. Yeah, man. I'm going all the way in with that y'all, man. Getting the goggles and fake arm and spinning, vibrating dick, all that shit, man. I'm with it.
good luck with that, bro. Good luck with that, bro. I'm gonna stick to the God in me, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and just keep that spark, keep what he gave me, man. You know what I'm saying? So we'll go with that. But as we always say, it's been the Just Talk Show, the JTS. And we appreciate your comments, even the bad comments, man. You know what I'm saying? Give us a suggestion. You know what I'm saying? Of what we can do better to make you more entertaining. We appreciate that anyway. Because a bad comment is just as good as a good comment. It's a good comment. We also got your view too, so we appreciate that. And also we appreciate the ones who really like us and give us a like and a thumbs up. So peace out.
Yeah, peace out. Just talk.